A rotary engine, also known as a Wankel engine, is a type of internal combustion engine that uses a rotor instead of reciprocating pistons to produce power. The engine has three main parts: the rotor, housing, and eccentric shaft. The rotor is a triangular-shaped component that rotates inside the housing, which is a peanut-shaped enclosure. The eccentric shaft is connected to the rotor and converts its rotational motion into the reciprocating motion of the engine's output shaft. As the rotor rotates, it passes through three different zones: the intake, compression, and combustion exhaust zones. Each of these zones is created by the geometry of the rotor and housing. Number 1. In the intake zone, fuel and air are drawn into the engine through an intake port. As the rotor rotates, it creates a chamber that grows in volume, sucking in the fuel and air mixture. Number 2. In the compression zone, the chamber is compressed by the rotor as it rotates, squeezing the fuel and air mixture to a higher pressure and temperature. Number 3. In the combustion exhaust zone, the compressed fuel and air mixture is ignited by a spark plug, causing a rapid expansion of gases that pushes the rotor around its housing. As the rotor turns, it pushes the exhaust gases out of the engine through an exhaust port. The rotary engine is known for its high power-to-weight ratio and smooth operation, but it also has some drawbacks, including lower fuel efficiency and higher emissions compared to traditional piston engines. Main parts of rotary engine. The main parts of a rotary engine, also known as a Wankel engine, are: Number 1. Rotor. The rotor is a triangular-shaped component that rotates inside the housing and is responsible for creating the engine's combustion, compression, and exhaust zones. Number 2. Housing. The housing is a peanut-shaped enclosure that contains the rotor and is responsible for creating the combustion. Number 3. Eccentric shaft. The eccentric shaft is connected to the rotor and converts its rotational motion into the reciprocating motion of the engine's output shaft. Number 4. Intake ports. These are openings in the housing through which fuel and air are drawn into the engine during the intake cycle. Number 5. Exhaust ports. These are openings in the housing through which exhaust gases are expelled from the engine during the exhaust cycle. Number 6. Spark plugs. These are used to ignite the fuel and air mixture in the combustion chamber. Number 7. Oil metering pump. A mechanism that adds lubricating oil to the combustion chamber. Number 8. Seals. The seals are responsible for preventing fuel and air from leaking out of the combustion chamber and oil from leaking into the combustion chamber. Number 9. Coolant passages. These are used to circulate coolant through the engine to remove heat generated during operation. These are the main parts of a rotary engine, although there may be additional components depending on the specific design and application of the engine.